So I think it's been a good old while since you guys have done a video like this, hasn't it really, where you've spoke about what's been going on and everything. But first of all, tell us where we are.
Yep, so obviously we took over the site in 2016.
Yep.
We're now here starting a new venture, new complex, more lakes, match lakes, data kit carp lakes, another specimen carp lake. So we're going to see all about that in this video.
Loads going on in there. And obviously when you got this site, a lot of people will remember it as Borwick, what it was, and it had match lakes and stuff on back then. People sort of moaned that they disappeared, so you're re-putting them in. But what you did with those match lakes in changing these lakes around was absolutely bonkers. So fish-wise, I obviously know now that there's some mega fish in here. So how many 30s are on site now?
So originally when we first took over, there was 8 fish over 30 pound. We've now got 70 fish over 30 pound on the complex.
70, 30 plus fish, and we're like as north as you can be in Lancashire, aren't we?
And also 4 40s and one that obviously goes 50 pound as well, which you know you're lucky enough to catch.
Yeah, so obviously Mooney, the big girl in the lake over our shoulder here that you can see is obviously Keir Lake, the Syndicate Lake. Tickets and stuff, obviously people can get on the waiting list for that if they're interested. That's definitely the crown jewel, as it were. But one thing that's so prevalent is obviously how good the day ticket lakes are. So currently, as we stand today, how many day tickets are there open right now?
So we've got Kellett Lake, Kent's Bank Lake and Penner's Pool.
And then you've got another little one, have you, at the back?
Scrape Lake, which is like a match course style venue, yeah.
So there's plenty of water already, but there's about to be even more in there.
Which you're going to find out all about.
Awesome. So I believe you've got a little bit to get on with now. I'll go and grab Foldsy from the office. I'll make him do some work for you for a change. And we'll have a walk around the day tickets. And then how's about I come and grab you and we'll go and have a look at what's going on, because it's pretty exciting, isn't it, mate?
It is, mate.
Right, let's go get Ads and make him do something. Right, so we've come down now to have a look at the first of the day ticket lakes. This is Adam Foldsy's the fishery bailiff. So a couple of questions for you, Adam. First of all, what lake's this one that's over our shoulders?
This lake here behind us is Kellett Lake.
And how big is Kellett?
Kellett Lake is 7 acres in size.
So Kellett originally, was it 2 lakes, this one, when they first got the site, and it was a match lake, was it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so match lake originally. I know there was loads of big plans for what was going to go on here.
Yep.
Tell me, first of all, how many fish are in here now? I know there was quite a few stocked originally, so what's the total number of carp currently in here?
We estimate to be around 180, 185 fish in here.
And there's some proper ones in here as well, isn't there? So what's the biggest now? It's done a big one last year, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It's a mirror, and she's now 37.5 pounds.
And that one, is that the Manx mirror, I think, that one, isn't it? Absolutely mega fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big grassy in here as well, isn't there? A 38 pounder or something. Yeah. So talking of the biggest, but how many 30s are there in total, would you say?
There's 14 and maybe 15 pushing up.
Yeah, so 14 like dead set they've been out, few that haven't been out that are due and are quite big at the minute. Pegs wise, obviously ex-match lake, I remember this place when it had pegs all the way around the far side, all the way around this side. Everyone was casting over each other. That's changed quite a lot as well, hasn't it? So I know there's been a change of pegs and stuff recently that we'll get onto, but how many pegs are there on here?
9 pegs now in total on here.
And the lake's really matured, hasn't it? I mean, again, the work you did on here, I'm guessing we've got some old photos of the lake, how it was, that we'll put up now.
There will be some, yeah, definitely.
The crazy amount of work you've done, even like still ongoing now. So last winter, you did some work on here. Can you run me through what like the big change was that you did last winter?
So yeah, the big change just behind you there, Adam, we've removed the island. It was getting rather big and all the reeds were sort of growing out and the gap was getting very small, so we got rid of the island and it's opened it up. It makes the lake look a lot bigger as well. Yeah,
it does. It looks, now stood at that top end looking down, it looks like a big old slab of water, doesn't it, for what it is? With that island going, you moved a peg round, have you, or?
Yes, the peg was originally this side of the lake, and we've now put the peg that side.
Just a little bit better line angle, and I'm guessing get 3 mates up in that top bay now, can't you?
That's the idea, yeah.
Bit more of a social area. Oh, perfect. So that's Kellett Lake then. Would you say probably the crown jewel of the day ticket lakes?
I certainly would say that.
Yeah, definitely the bigger fish in here. I mean, average size now's got to be right up there, on it, upper doubles to 20s?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Around £20, £21.
Yeah, plenty of decent fish to go out, and a mega winter water. I know we stood in our freezing.
Very good form, yeah.
It's doing fish at the moment, still in it in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll wrap up here. We will now head over and you can run me through one of the other more unusual day ticket waters that you've got a little bit further up the bank.
No problem.
So mate, the oddball really of the day ticket lakes at the moment, this one, what's this lake called?
Penner's Pool.
So tell me a little bit about it. So first of all, how big is it? It's a small little lake, that's why it's kind of the oddball, isn't it? But how big actually is it?
It's about 3/4 of an acre, this one.
Right, okay. And sort of, with it being so small, pegs wise?
Yeah, so we've just got 2 pegs on this lake.
Yeah, 2 pegs, and we can see them kind of in the distance over there. They're sort of back to back, almost next to each other, aren't they?
That's correct, yeah.
I know it's pretty flat. You know, there's not much going on features-wise compared to, say, Kellett, that's got a few boulders and the deeper holes and stuff. But is it just the whole thing the same depth, or?
No. It's a bit up and down in areas. There is a shallower end. This one being the shallower end, and the far side being the deeper end.
Right. Okay. So it does kind of taper up in depth.
Yeah.
Perfect then, isn't it? Like you and a mate, you can go either side. If you're catching in the shallows, you can swing a rod across. Everyone's going to be sneaky, aren't they?
Yeah.
And vice versa. Talking of catching, what's in here? So what's the biggest first of all? They don't go quite as big as the other lakes, do they? But
no, but there's plenty of them in this one.
Yep. So how many fish in total?
About 100.
About 100. And there was a lot of work done, wasn't there, last winter on here? So that's pretty accurate.
Yep.
That's what's in here. I know you netted it, didn't you?
We did.
And stocked it. So they're growing as well?
They are growing, yeah.
Yeah, putting a bit on.
Feed the lake when the anglers aren't.
Right, so it does get fed as well.
Yeah.
Is that something that's standard across the site, I believe?
Yeah,
or
whole site,
yeah, all the way round. And then on here, just talking on the feeding thing, have you got, I know it's a great feature on like Kellett, have you got the white posts and stuff on here where you feed them to, or is there a secret area?
Yeah, there's secret little spots which the bailiffs on the day when you come and arrive for your session, they will tell you.
They will show you kind of where you need to be putting them. And then how big do they go in here?
Up to 28.
28. Common mirror?
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror, and then a few 20s as well to go out in there.
Yeah, a few 20s to back that one.
Yeah, super. Right, so Penner's Pool, wicked little lake. We'll head from here now round to sort of the runs water, as it were, or what was supposed to be, but now it's got some quite big fish in, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
Let's head round to the next day ticket.
Brilliant.
So then, mate, the last one of the Carp waters, this one, isn't it, for the day tickets?
1 second. Oh, nearly slipped there.
Have you been envious, have you?
Trouble is now that sun's in my eyes.
See, I've done mine this way to save my messy hair. You've got yours on.
To save my shininess.
It's glaring in the sunlight there a little bit, mate. So this lake then, Kent's Bank, like we said and alluded to, this was supposed to be the runs water just full of small carp.
Yep.
What went wrong? Or what went right, should I say?
Them small carp became big.
Yeah, there's quite a few decent fish in here now.
Yes.
So before we go on to the other stuff, because it's probably the most impressive thing with what's happened on this lake, what's the current stock?
Current stock in here, we estimate 200, 220 fish.
Yeah. And then average sizes?
I would say probably 17, 18 pound.
Yeah, loads of 20s though.
Yes, quite a few 20 pounders now, yeah.
And then 30s, is there any in here?
Yes.
And one of them's a decent 30 now, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, 34, common. Yeah.
Common as well.
Yeah.
So you've got a decent mirror over there to go out in Kellett with that big 30 in there, and then you've got a big 30 in here that's common.
That's
so
the one, yeah.
Yeah, one of either really, isn't it? This lake's probably one of the lakes that's had the biggest transformation, hasn't it? Because it wasn't this lake, was it? So run me through what was done to make Kent's Bank what Kent's Bank is.
Okay, so the main section of the lake is behind you.
Right, okay.
That was called Dewhurst Deeps.
Yep.
That was about 6 acres in size.
Yep.
Then there was a little sort of pond here that we dug into Dewhurst, and then just down the left was Last Blast.
Was that what used to be a right little mad one, didn't it? Had all sorts of
That's the one, yeah. We dug them all together and made one big one. With
it being like that, did you kind of drain it, flatten it, or is it features and like? I know it's a bit shallower that way, but I've only really fished in these pegs in the winter. So what's the score like? Depth, topography of the lake, as it were.
Basically, this one is like a swimming pool. Over there, it's really deep. Over there, it's really shallow. Right,
so you go up kind of round the bend.
Yeah.
And then it's quite shallow here, is it, in the bend?
It's quite shallow, but there is like some raised features there as well.
Yeah, and nice little snaggy island down here, isn't there? And then that finger bay up the top end. Yeah. Really nice for features. And obviously on here, for the majority of it, because kind of this stretch is a narrow, skinnier lake.
Yep.
Pegs just on this side?
Pegs just on this side, that fish across the far side on that side.
And you can get round to that far side to bait up.
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, make it again, same as what you said, I'm guessing, with penners. Don't be too noisy, sneaky.
Correct. They love it down there. Any sort of sun, 1 and 2.
Really straight up in that finger bait. It always looks good in there. I see them fizzing and stuff before when I've been walking past. And then as we come down the lake, obviously, like you say, we come round into the original lake.
Yep.
Depths in there, what does it go down to?
It's mad really in there. 22 foot.
You're joking. So 22 foot, it must be like an ice cream cone then in some parts of that.
Yeah.
And catching fish off the bottom in 22 foot as well? Or?
Not really, no. It is a sort of gradual shelf to the 22 foot.
Right,
so you're just fish on the outer of it.
Yeah, outer of it, or I'm guessing zigs are crazy good in that depth, aren't they?
Yeah.
Crystal clear.
Yep.
I'd say even clearer than Keller.
Yeah,
to be honest, it seems to be gin clear all year round, this one. So obviously we've said it's not the Runswater full of doubles that it was meant to be.
No.
But is it tricky or?
No. So like I say, fish to them white sticks.
Right.
Fish for a bite at a time. Don't go stoving the bait in.
No.
Bite at a time, and you won't be far wrong.
Yeah, pretty good for like multiple hits of fish and stuff on this one. Yeah. Easier than Keller and?
It just depends on the day, mate, really.
It can be a little bit moody like anywhere, Keller, I suppose. And then swims on here, obviously he's got a bit of a different layout to Keller. How many pegs is there in total?
12 swims on here.
And then doubles on here, obviously we've got this big, massive double swim here.
Yep.
That is same sort of scoring it, 2 singles almost, back to back.
That's the one.
Any more doubles?
Yep, one across the far side.
Right, okay.
You can actually park behind your swim over there, drop your gear off and move your car.
Saves a bit of barrowing, doesn't it? That's
Certainly
my
does.
kind of fishing, that. Don't have to walk too far. And then swims are pretty close together on this side, aren't they, for people who are wanting to...
Brilliant for a social on here with your friends,
Yeah, get everyone nice and tight together and catch a few of the mega carp, and they're proper cool carp in here, aren't they? Dead dark, high back, like almost Belgian looking mad things that are in here.
Lovely.
Yeah, awesome. Like,
what we'll do then from here, mate, is I'll let you go and I'll go and grab Mikey and we'll go and look at the exciting stuff that we've got coming just over the way.
so Mikey, this is the first one then of the new project, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it,
Yeah, so this used to be one of our stock ponds. We've used this for a few years as a stock pond to stock obviously all the lakes around the site. But now we've got some new stock ponds, so we're going to open this up as a lake for fishing, very similar to Penners. An acre of water, and there's approximately 100 fish in here.
Right, so bloody good stock then for the size of it. I mean, obviously you mentioned there like this used to be a stock pond.
Yeah.
I know you've got quite a big restocking policy across the lakes, haven't you? So just run me through kind of what you do with that, because I know when I went out with Adam earlier before this, we spoke about like Penner's Pool 1, as it were, now, and what's happened there this winter. But it's not just that lake that gets that treatment, is it? So tell us like how you work the stocking.
Yeah, so at the moment we've got 3 stock ponds. We're either fishing small, like C1, C2, so
right, okay,
it's between 2 and 6 pound. And we go them on into another stock pond, and then we have used this into here. And the fish we're putting in here were between 10 and 15 pounds.
Right, okay, so they were good sized fish that went in here originally anyway.
We go them on in here to whatever you come out at, scrape your twitters and what have you, and move them around the site. Every lake, every year, gets between 10 and 20 fish. That's Keller, Kent's Bank, Kia, and Penners. Obviously, we keep that stock going.
Just constantly topping them up. So, obviously, you alluded to that they got stocked in here at about mid doubles, low to mid doubles. Quite exciting, really, because I know I've spent loads of time looking through that fence behind me with old Polaroids on, seeing a few of the chunks in here. How big are they now, do you think? Obviously, they've not been out because it's not been fished.
It's not been fished, but we've definitely got some fish that are scraping on the 30-pound barrier. I'm sure there's going to be surprises.
Right.
Yeah, because when it's obviously funny shape, it's hard to net, so it's never been ideal as a stock pond. That's why we're moving on and using something else now.
Yeah.
So we could only ever get 50% of what we got put in.
So they've just been growing along like those original ones that went in years ago now. Must have put a bit of weight on, haven't they? I know when I see them, they look It looks like there's loads of 20s when you look through anyway.
There's plenty of 20s, and like I said, there's going to be some surprises.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to be a happy chappy when we open.
So with this, when you do open it up, first of all, when roughly you're looking to open it, will it be this year at some point?
Yeah, so we're going to open this in April.
Awesome.
It will go on Go Catch.
Right, okay.
Straight on there, so you'll be able to scroll and kick straight on Go Catch, just like Penners is at the moment. And then, yeah, that'll be open and ready to go.
I know, obviously, when I've just been out with Adam, we've spoke a little bit about how you can currently book onto each water individually. But while you mention it now with Go Catch, I believe there's some changes coming in, isn't there, with Go Catch?
So during this year, basically the whole site will get moved onto Go Catch.
Well, so dead easy then to book on.
Book that online. If anyone does have any problems with that, obviously they can always give us a call. That's not a problem. We'll help them out best we can. But yeah, it's all going to roll looking on.
And then with Go Catch, is it going to be where people still to book a slot, or is it going to be booking a specific peg? Because I know a few people don't like that way of doing it. So will it be?
Oh, we're keeping it as it is on this complex here. It'll be still a watercraft job.
Yeah.
So you just book a place on the lake and take what you've got when you get here. Apart from obviously Penners and here, you will book the lake. Like,
yeah, it's a lake exclusive. Yeah.
You can book this lake, the two of you, dad and lad, or two friends or whatever, and have this complete.
Perfect, out the way, little social area as well, in it really. Not too far a walk from the top car park behind Keller, and some mysteries.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so this one's exciting enough, but I do believe you're going to go and show us some very exciting stuff that's going to be going on further up. So let's have a wander up and go and see that.
No problem.
Well, mate, this is something that's quite exciting, really, isn't it, up here?
Very exciting, Paul. It's pretty for us.
So Clearwater 2.0.
Yes.
Yeah, right next door, behind the scrape lake. What you have done over here, I know you've been showing people bits and pieces, but what you've done over here is mental. 3 lakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every 3 lakes.
We'll start on this one now, because this is one that, yeah, it's not going to be full of monstrous big carp.
No.
It's not going to be full of F1s, Bream and Tench, Max Lake, but it's going to be something that I think the Northwest used to have quite a few of, and there's none anymore, isn't there? So what is this lake going to be?
Yeah, so this, we get a massive amount of phone calls asking for this style of fishing. So there's going to be a carp lunge water.
Like proper runs water.
Proper runs water. So it's 2 acres in size. We've got 20 pegs on there, so it can be used as a match venue if somebody wanted to use it as a match venue.
Yeah.
Again, it can be, but there's going to be fish ranging from 5 to 20 pounds to start with, and a lot of.
A lot of them, yeah. I know I was talking to Adam earlier on about it, and he told me, like, there's going to be a serious amount of carp in here.
So we're going to make this so you can come down here, hopefully, a guy who wants to out-and-out carp fish with 2 rods or 3 rods, get a run. You know, you can come on here, hopefully catch 7 to 10 fish a day, something like that on a decent day.
Perfect.
Up to 20, 30.
Yeah, there's going to be good fish in here to go out as well, so this is going to be ideal, isn't it? Chucking a feeder to that island. I don't know if you remember Green Olsh, what it used to be like on there. That's what I see this as. Yeah. You can come on with 2 carp rods in winter, have a lovely day, come on in some with a pellet waggler and have a lovely day. Have we got names yet? Do we know what it's going to be?
Lake.
So this is Kirby, was that? Sorry.
This is Kirby Lake, yeah. So again, it's all fully planted. We've got all the reeds in already, all the trees planted. It's going to be access all the way around the lake.
Oh, so a road all the way around as well. Perfect.
To this road, drop your gear for every peg. Car park situated on either end, so there's no walking. So hopefully a bit of something for everybody, whether you're a carp angler who wants to fish just a day fish with 2 or 3 rods, or the guy who wants to come and fish with a float or a feeder or whatever. So it'll be open to anybody for any sort.
It's going to be perfect. And then, so this is obviously that bit of a, it's not a match lake, it's not a carp lake, it's a real good fun lake, I'd like to think of it as. Should we now go and have a look at one of the other lakes up here that I think will also interest people quite a lot, because they might not expect it from you?
Yeah.
So let's go have a look, mate. So we've gone from a lake full of water with fish on the way that's opening this year to, well, this.
Yeah.
But this is something quite exciting, really, for the site.
Yeah.
Obviously, it very much is
Yeah.
a hole in the ground, you know. It's the beginning of something beautiful. But what's this lake going to be? So we've got our Runswater Carp water.
Yeah.
We've got the other water that we're going to show you that's a little bit more complete than this, should we say. And then we've got this one. So run me through what the idea
so
is.
This is going to be eventually a proper match lake, proper match venue, really.
Right, okay.
We're not going to run matches, but for people to come in and run matches if they want to run matches to sell, or a pleasure water, a bit like the Scrape, but well, a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened here is the ground conditions just got too wet for us. We've had to stop. We can't work and it's just got too wet. So this is work in progress and it will be finished hopefully middle of this year. It's going to be an out-and-out match lake, about 1.5 acres in size, so similar to the other one, but stocked with obviously different species of fish.
With all sorts. Now, you have to tell me, Adam, obviously, I knew there was big tench in the Scrape, and he told me that some massive bream in there as well. And I like to think of this tench lake like it's like a commercial, but it's not carp and F1s that you're catching. It's big natural species. It's dead cool. Tell me it's going to be similar on here as well.
It is, mate. We're going to have obviously carp, small carp, green, tench, silvers, all sorts. We're going to have a proper mixed bag.
It'll be a real nice mixed fishery, decent winter water, and obviously, like you say,
full aeration again, full aeration systems.
Right,
in
okay.
place. Everything's in place, ready to go.
And then with this, then like you alluded to, so it'll be, obviously we're miles away from it now, but just to let people know when they're planning their 2026s or whatever, club bookings, it's just going to be a case of clubs can book the venue at a set fee, set their own matches up, and you'll kind of cater for that on here then.
And we have got lads that are obviously wanting to run their own personal matches, like evening matches. Have already said to us, "Can I win my own match on there?" Yeah, of course you can. It's just that obviously we're not going to run them independently through Clearwater, but so there'll be a match venue there for pleasure fishing or match fishing, whatever you want to do.
Oh, fantastic. Right, so now let's go to the one that's dead exciting, should we? Over this way in here, I believe. So, we've obviously looked at where that match site's going to be, but now we've got this, and it's bloody awesome, isn't it, mate? What a cool, considering it's like very new.
Yeah.
What a cool looking lake. Like, it's like you're almost down in a big valley, isn't you? So, what's the plan with this one then? These are properly exciting planning.
Yeah, so this is basically another day ticket water like Kellett and Kent's Bank.
So another carp lake.
Out carp, specimen carp lake, like Kellett and Kent's Bank. Just obviously in the summer months we are so busy, we're just turning people away week in, week out.
Just give them somewhere new, somewhere else to go.
Yeah, we created somewhere else to go. What we have here is basically, this is going to be Kendall Lake.
Right, okay.
It is 5.5, 6 acres of water, millions of features, plateaus. We've built this from scratch.
I couldn't believe when you were telling me, like, we've just been sat talking, by the way, guys, and Mikey's been running me through what they've done. There's 14-foot deep holes, there's big shallow plateaus we can see here running off this island, there's plateaus all over. You've very much designed this as the carp lake of all carp lakes, haven't you? There's reed beds planted and planned in. What an awesome lake. Now, with a lake like that, I hope you've got the fish to back it up going in it.
We certainly have. So we've got 300 fish ordered to this lake. They are coming in 3 weeks' time from now, which is obviously in February. So they're clean, they're going here. This lake will not be fished until 2026.
So you're playing the long game.
We are. So what we're going to do is, it's all been planted already. We're going to let this get established, let it all get established, let the fish get established. Obviously keep feeding the fish throughout this coming season, and then we're going to open it up with a big bite.
Ready for proper Clearwater 2.0. This is what's coming. And I believe, we don't want to tell people too much, but I believe you're not just putting C4s and C3s in here, are you? There's a few that are going to go in already at an okay size.
Yeah, we're going to chuck a few special ones in here.
Yeah.
Even a surprise for everyone.
Yeah, so guaranteed there's going to be a few 30s anyway when it opens, but
Some 30s in here.
yeah, those photos are some of those fish you showed me that are quite big 30s. I feel like they could be some surprises come next year when everyone's getting on it. Yeah, what an awesome lake. Swims wise, obviously there's no swims in place yet, but I can see mounds of gravel where stuff's going to go. So first of all, the far side, like what looks like the dam wall, let's call it, that's on the motorway bank. What's the plan over there? Because there's not any pegs really, is there?
So what we've got is, it's designed again like Kent's Bank, so you never got anyone fishing opposite you.
Right.
You're going to get trouble with someone casting over from the other side. We have 10 pegs along this bank, this road bank here, which all fish across to the far side, just like Keller. But then we've got this Snake Island down the middle. So the pegs on this side bank fish to the Snake Island. And then on the other bank, we're going to have 3 pegs that basically is an exclusive peg. So you can buy it for yourself, you can buy it to up to 3 people, and you'll get that whole back of that island to yourself. So you can hire that for yourself. So 3 people coming together, 2 people coming together, whatever you want to do.
And you've got your own slice of heaven, haven't you, over there?
We're going to have a social area around there with a canopy and a little barbecue area, so you can have yourself a barbecue, what have you around there. And that will be exclusive to yourself. You won't be able to multiple bucket, it will be one booking for that. Right.
There's lovely to have in it. I mean, there's so many waters nowadays that are going exclusive only, or they don't do exclusives on, and you're paying a fortune in day tickets to fill every peg or whatever to have an exclusivity at all. I know I hate it when I can't go because it's an exclusive, and I hate it when I can't go as an exclusive because what an ideal way to do it. It's almost like it's a different lake. And I imagine as well, because that won't be as busy as these pegs, I bet you they're going to be killer and swims, aren't they, over there?
There's a lot of features around there as well. We've put three plateaus around the back of there. Then you've got the shallows off the island. There's a big deep hole there, which is the sump hole from when we dug it. So
there's loads going on. Now, obviously, looking at this now, we've got a bit of grass on the banks. That's about it. You can see the trees here that are literally saplings.
They've been planted weeks ago.
Now, when this site, and we've alluded to it when we spoke before and stuff with Adam, I think a few photos will have shown up through this already of the changes, but when you got this site, I remember this being a flat, barren piece of land, the actual fishery next door. Yeah. And obviously there was that big video of here's what the plan is.
Yeah.
How on earth have you made it go from looking like that to like it does now? And I believe you've got some photos of that, haven't you?
We have, and we'll show you through all the photos when we get back up to the office. So we basically, that site, it was just like this. It looked like this when we took it over. It was just mud and bike, massive planting schemes, some great help from lots of people helping with planting and stuff like that, just like we've done down here. Got it all in straight away like these. We've only been over here. This has only been finished week. We've already got trees, the reeds, everything's in, and that's why we're going to leave it for that 12-month period.
Let it look good
before we open it up. And when you look over there, what it's changed to in the last 7 years.
It's bonkers. Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. So I'll tell you what, it's getting quite cold now as we get into evening. So I want to take you up on that offer to look at the pictures. Should we head up the office, have a cup of tea, and I want to have a look at some of those old photos, like side by side, as it'll be pretty cool to see. Let's get up there, mate. Let's have a look at these then. So before and after photos you've got here, haven't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely meant. So tell me where we're looking.
Well, that's down at the bund in the corner of Kia.
Right, so that's when it was first put in then?
Yeah, when it was first put in, obviously these are the trees that we planted, and this is lads planting some lilies.
Where are we looking at now?
That's the path across the bund in between Kia and Kent's Bank that we just drove through there.
No way.
Yeah.
So that, again, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't even see the water now driving through there.
No, that's down Kia Bank. That's where you were set up last night in that peg there.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, again, it's bringing back so many memories of what the site looked like before. It's mental to see how much has been done in it.
Yeah, and you'll see on that one, you can see the rock on the picture. And you can see it on this picture and on the other picture, and like that's just obviously.
So that's the rock on Kellett there.
Yeah, you'll see that on the picture. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, that's down the back of Kia again. So
So that's like Mancunian ways.
It is, mate, yeah.
Edge, and again, it looks mega down there now, doesn't it?
Yeah, obviously on here, a lot of it was just mud and slack. Just a lot like it is over on the new site now.
Just the amount of road you've laid, path alone.
Yeah.
The swims you put in, the amount of planting. There's no doubt that new site is going to look.
Yeah, it's going to look good, mate.
If it doesn't look as good as this site, it's going to look better.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. Obviously, you've done so well over here. You must have learned from it.
Yeah.
I just can't get over.
No, that's back at
change it is between these two shots here.
Yeah, that's the scrape lake being built.
There's obviously, the scrape lake now of what it is, just seeing it like that as a hole and then it being filled up. So it's crazy to see. And then whereabouts is that?
That's down on Kent's Bank. So again, that's that banking we just drove across, but obviously that's all one big tree line now.
Yeah, so there we're looking into just straight flat land, aren't we? And now it's completely different.
Scrapes a bit barren there, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, a couple of single reeds and a few anglers on there.
Yeah.
What an awesome thing to see, just how much everything's changed. It's blown me away. So I remember it, but your memory's always a bit foggy. You go, maybe it wasn't as horrible as it used to seem.
Yeah,
well, it was a lunar landscape, wasn't it?
I go back through these pictures sometimes and look at them and think, gosh, can't believe it was like that.
How did you manage to change it?
Yeah.
Quite as much as you have done. And then fish-wise, I mean, you've got just a couple of examples of fish here, haven't you? Show me, one of them there that's piled the weight on.
Yeah.
So which one's there?
That's football common, that.
Right, so that there, then what will it have been there? Maybe an upper 20?
It was a 28 then. That was obviously when we first came on site. That was before it was a syndicate lake.
And how big's that one gone now? That's a chunk, isn't it?
It's 35.
35, so 27 to 35.
That's obviously an original, one of the original.
Well, then, I'm thinking, although these originals have done well, like that Manx mirror, was that a new fish?
Yeah, there's stockies, mate.
So like that Taylor's, that Manx mirror.
Yeah, so I'll get you some pictures together. I think I've got pictures of that Manx mirror when it was stocked. I think it was like 13 or 14 pound. And again, I'll get you some pictures together before and after shots of something.
Unbelievable, yeah. So we'll flash them up on the screen now of what those stockies have done as well. But what a mega thing to see. And I know, seeing where it's at now, but seeing what's coming, it's going to be ridiculous.
It is, mate. It's going to be special.
Awesome. Right, let's go and have that cup of tea anyway. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
for putting me right there.
Thanks for your help.
And hopefully you guys have been interested in what you've seen. If you want to find out anything about the fishery, obviously, all you need to do is pop a call through to the guys. Mikey or one of the other lads will get hold of you. And obviously, coming soon, we'll be booking everything through Catch. So just get yourselves over onto the Catch website for all details of the stocking and what's in the lakes.